morning news on CNN News 18. I am Anjali Pandey, here to take you through all the latest news and updates from across the nation and around the world. And we're starting off this bulletin with some breaking news coming in. And US President Joe Biden addressed the nation from the Oval Office of the White House, explaining why he withdrew from the presidential race that is all set to be held this year. We are just just few months away, in fact, from the big battle for the post of United States President. And in fact, in this address, Joe Biden said that his decision not to seek re-election was because he wants to pass the torch to a younger generation as the best way to unite the nation. So this is what Joe Biden said in his first address after taking the big decision to bow out from the race of United States President. Let's listen in to what he said.
I revere this office, but I love my country more. It's been the honor of my life to serve as your president. But in the defense of democracy, which is at stake, I think is more important than any title. I draw strength and I find joy in working for the American people. I believe my record as president, my leadership in the world, my vision for America's future, all merited a second term. But nothing can come in the way of saving our democracy.
And CNN News 18's Akansha Swaroop is joining us on this story. Akansha, very good morning to you. So the first address of Joe Biden after taking the big decision of dropping out of the presidential race, he says that he wants to pass the torch to a younger generation, and that is why he took this decision.
Right, Anjali, a very good morning to you and all our viewers. But more importantly, did you hear that emphasis in his voice on nothing should come in the way of singular democracy? Biden has called his decision to step aside as a matter of defending democracy, and I think that in fact holds special weightage because remember, all throughout the U.S. presidential candidate for the Democrats in 2024, this fight has been about the fight for democracy and how Donald Trump and the Republicans have in fact been, stamped as being anti-federalism, as anti-democracy, and that is something he also, focused on today. He's also gone on to talk about how he's, it's been a matter of his own honor to serve as the U.S. president, but in defense of democracy, which is at stake, and more important than any title, he said that he draws strength and he finds joy in working for the American people. What was also interesting, Anjali, is that he did not mention Donald Trump by name, but he did try to draw a closer contrast with the former U.S. President Donald Trump, whose ambition he's also, is known to have led him to claim victory in the U.S. Capitol Hill riots. All of that. Now, keeping that entire speech aside, important to emphasize that in his entire term as the U.S. president, Joe Biden has only made 4 addresses from his Oval Office. One of them, in fact, included when Donald Trump, there was an assassination attempt against Donald Trump.
Right.
And the other has, been about this. So he has talked about how he's passed on the torch to the younger generation, namely Kamala Harris. But the fact of the matter
remains
remains
Akansha, thank you so much for giving us that context and all those details on Biden's first